your boy DJ Akademiks, and now gangster rappers are reeing up on their street cred. Now Meek Mill chose to get arrested over some fucking tweets. We have Gucci Mane, he's letting his street cred marinate, he's about to do 3 years. But of course, Young Jeezy, the snowman, he was not going to be left out. He was caught one day after someone got fatally shot at a Wiz Khalifa concert which he was involved with. He was arrested on having a legal firearm, and not only a legal firearm, an assault rifle at that. Now that, if you're wondering what an assault rifle is, that's something you probably pull out in Call of Duty when you're trying to murk a lot of niggas. But yes, Young Jeezy, his real name is Jay Jenkins. Him along with 4 other men and a woman was taken into custody Sunday at the Verizon Amphitheater in Irvine, California. Now it was taken into custody on firearms related charges, and thus far the details are kind of sketchy, but he's been held on $1 million bail. Now the thing is, as I said, people usually feel bad for these rappers when these things happen, but you gotta realize these rappers do these things deliberately. And I'm not saying get arrested deliberately, but they know they're carrying fucking a rocket launcher. They know they're carrying an assault rifle. They know that's just not legal. But obviously, because of the nature of the business they're in, they probably feel to protect themselves. Now, usually because they're rich and famous and they could hire the best lawyers, and usually because of their high profile, they don't do much time in jail. So while they get off scotch-free, if you're a regular citizen, you get into that situation, be prepared to be doing 5 to 10. Now, Young Jeezy was at a concert on Friday, and it was at the Shoreline Amphitheater in Silicon Valley, and it turned into tragedy. Now, a guy named Eric Johnson, he's 38 years old, was shot multiple times backstage and later died at a hospital. Now, the police, they haven't connected or officially connected Young Jeezy or Young Jeezy's crew with the shooting, but it seems like they're suspects because after they arrested him on this weapons charges, they are looking or investigating into the shooting that happened the night prior. Now, his concert, obviously, since he's been arrested for some weapons charge, has been canceled, and police are saying that after interviewing witnesses and also collecting evidence, it led them to exactly where Young Jeezy was. Now, I'm not saying he's connected, but it looks like the police are kind of intimating that he is connected somewhat with the death of this guy, Eric Johnson. Now, investigators did have a search warrant, and they used a search warrant to recover the assault rifle that they're saying that Young Jeezy got caught with. Now, as I said, Young Jeezy is being held on $1 million bail. It doesn't really clearly specify the charges, which means there might be more charges later. It might be reduced. You never know. But thus far, it's not looking too good. But if this was any type of ploy to get some type of street cred, of course, Jay Jenkins, a.k.a. the Snowman, a.k.a. Young Jeezy, will be getting his fair share of street cred. Now, most of these rappers, they got to get it together, man. Like, think about it, man. Being a gangster rapper and actually proving it by getting arrested is fucking ridiculous in 2014. The top rappers are nothing remotely close to being gangster. Now, most of these guys, they're portrayed a gangster image which they gotta live up to. If all you've been rapping about is how you always got the Glock in the car, like Rick Ross, you got the chopper in the car, yeah, you're gonna go to some city and you might even think it's like Memphis, Tennessee. You might think they're not with the shits, but they're gonna see if you really got the chopper in the car. They might tell you it's a no fucking fly zone. They might actually shoot up your Rolls Royce. So because you actually rap about these things, you then gotta lead that lifestyle where you are bringing around weapons to protect yourself. And now most of these rappers, I don't know how on earth they can't find quality security or quality people to be around them to carry these weapons. And I'm gonna assume that if Young Jeezy was one of like 5 people arrested, one of these weed men gotta take the charge. So he should be free, he should be out pretty soon, and he should be continuing his life. But of course, this is never fun. And it doesn't seem fun for fans because you're like, what? It just makes no fucking sense. To the normal rap fan, it's not even conceivable that the guy's getting fucking caught with an assault rifle. Well, maybe it is because he does rap about a lot of wild shit. But listen, when you're a gangster rapper, you basically set this path. Especially if you're traveling around the United States on a bus, you gotta be protected. But I do think there has to be a safer way where you're not at risk of going to jail every time you get pulled over, because the artist is always going to go to jail. I saw this before the Lil Wayne getting arrested in a New York situation, and Lil Wayne was the biggest rapper on earth at that point. What was it, like 08, 09 maybe? Before that situation, we used to see rappers or rappers in a big group they'll find a gun, they'll find drugs, and of course they'll get pinned on some fucking weed carrier who will do the time and take the charge. But nowadays the police have smartened up and they're saying, listen, whoever is the entourage leader, whoever this bus is really licensed to. If it's Young Jeezy because you're the crew leader, you're going to take the charge off the rip. So now, Jay Jenkins, aka Snowman, will be in jail until further notice, and he'll probably be out soon. He'll probably be out by the morning. He's pretty well connected, at least with the labels he's involved with. I think he's signed with Def Jam, man. What do you think about this? This all happened, as I said, on the Wiz Khalifa Under the Influence music tour. This shit probably should have called the Under